Hello everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all right. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about something that we're all part of as a community, as a world, something that we all contribute towards, and unfortunately, we are causing it to deteriorate, we're causing it to malfunction, we're making things more difficult for ourselves as a community, as businesses, as human beings. And I'm going to start my discussion by highlighting the fact that over the last, 100 years since the Industrial Revolution came about, we've become more dependent on technology. We've become hungry for energy, fuel, and such things. And when businesses have to ramp up their production, they are forced to find ways that are more cost effective for them, which means that they are going to start using fuels that are convenient, that are cheap, that are abundant, which obviously means oil, and burning them in our furnaces and chimneys in the factories, causing all this smoke. And we already know about the effect that we've had on the ozone layer, and generally the whole world is seeing smog being a problem in most countries, the UVA levels going up. In general, the breathability has gone down in a lot of parts of the world. Another way that has contributed to our downfall, or we have rather contributed to downfall, is that we love our cars. We want to go fast, we want to burn the oil, and obviously all the smoke and all the roads. In fact, the roads deflect heat, and of course that's causing more of our world to heat up. Additionally, we've seen that we start cutting down trees in need for more farmland. And because of that, there is flooding, there is wildlife loss, and that's also not something that is looking good for us in the future. And all of this has surely contributed to the overall temperatures going up all around us, especially because of the work that the businesses are doing, and we as consumers are also contributing towards it. And that has meant that our beloved Earth has started to melt down. And we're all seeing the consequences. We hear about it all the time in the news: flooding, wildfires, deforestation. All of these are caused by actions that, of course, we are taking as a community, but we are all demanding more and more things from businesses. And in order to fulfill our demand, to quench our thirst, they have to ramp up production, they have to cut down trees, they make more consumer goods. That's all leading to us feeling the downward impact, the negative externalities that the businesses obviously create. Now, one of the major reasons for that is, of course, how the world has become dependent on oil. And this is just one of the examples, right? The problem with oil is that it is non-renewable. We will eventually run out. What are we going to do then? How are we preparing for that? We know that the whole process is also full of emissions. The whole process is full of waste. And where do the barrels go? Where does the waste of the oil production process go? These are all questions that haven't really been answered completely yet. And all of this means that now the businesses also have to realize, and luckily for us, businesses have started realizing over the past decade or two that they need to become more sustainable. They need to find more renewable methods. They need to stop causing damages to Earth and leave the Earth in a better position for our futures. And while doing this, they've also brought in the idea that we need to have those processes in our production that can sustain ourselves for a longer period of time. Renewable. Don't have to keep buying them all the time. And that means that the concept of sustainability is central to business operations, especially the production side of it. And that's what our discussion is all about today: what sustainability is and what it means to the operations department. Now, simply put, sustainability are those activities that meet the needs of the business. So, of course, you have to be able to meet the demand requirements that are there. And for that, you will need certain machines, certain raw material, you will need fuel. But you have to make sure that going forward, if they can be of renewable nature, then it's going to make your production process more cost effective. And at the same time, without compromising the ability of our future generations to be able to enjoy the same things that we do today. And how businesses are able to do that now, and the changes that they are bringing now in their production process especially, is that they've started using recycled materials more. More of repurposing, more of reusing, more of recycling has become the norm for most businesses now. And that's obviously causing the the production of waste to go down. We are now using hemp, we are using jute, we're using many renewable materials to make bags, for example, to replace the polythene bags we used to use before. So those are all steps that the businesses are taking in the right direction, so that as a community and as the world, we're able to make our environment and, of course, living more sustainable for our future generations. And we've also seen that more and more renewable sources are being invented. Biofuel is one example. We've seen how solar panels, hydro energy, all of that has now become one of the main sources of getting energy. So exploring alternatives, reducing the use of non-renewable waste is now a part of actually the objectives of most companies, part of their CSR. And lastly, and it's obvious that when you are producing, there is going to be waste. We've learned that that's just unavoidable. If you're going to cut up wood to make tables, for example, you're going to be left with parts that you're not going to be able to use. So companies have now become more efficient in their waste disposal. So if there's anything that they need to discard, they will put it in proper recycling bins. Those can be dropped off at designated government areas where the government then take over, or other private businesses who want to buy this waste and turn it into fuel and other products. So there's now a market for your waste as well. And that's encouraged and that's motivated the businesses to collect all the waste, put it in a nice transportable bag and get it to people who want it. Make more money out of your waste. That's making it more cost effective, going for more economies of scale. So all of those actions that the businesses are taking, and we've seen some great examples of these. And hopefully more of this to continue, we will see more improvements in the way that businesses use the natural resources and how they're showing more responsibility towards having a sustainable future. Now, of course, being sustainable is not a single department responsibility. Yes, operations, since they're using all of the resources, burning things up, converting them into output, there's going to be a lot of wastage and a lot of decisions for sustainability to be made there. But sustainability impacts businesses across the board. So we're going to look at how each of the 4 departments are impacted by the decision to become more sustainable. And of course, we've seen operationally, you're going to have to change your production processes. We will have to use fuels that are different. We will have to use recycled materials. If there's any waste, reprocess it, bring it back as raw material and see if you can use it for making new products. So that's definitely a conscious decision that businesses are taking. And they're also coming up with newer products from the same material. For example, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, hemp is now used to make bricks, to make clothes, to make all sorts of things, and it's a more sustainable way of making houses, for example. There's a company in Canada that makes so construction bricks from hemp, and they claim that it's stronger, it's more insulated, keeps you warm. So maybe that's a more sustainable way to be making homes in the future. In terms of marketing, of course, they're also required to be more aware of society's needs. So there's more societal marketing, more awareness about taking care of the society, taking care of the environment. And of course, they're using that as a marketing gimmick, but a lot of companies are actually going through with the promises that they're making as well. And especially when it comes to the product side of marketing, they've now started using more recyclable packaging materials. And of course, we're seeing an example where brown paper bags, for example, biodegradable bags are now used instead of plastic packaging. Finance, of course, all of this means that you have to spend more money. You'll have to research newer methods. You'll have to buy alternative fuels. And of course, they are not as abundant now, the alternative fuels. And that's why, because of the shortage of supply, they tend to be more expensive. But the idea is with enough time spent on it, with enough research, they're going to become as cheap as buying oil. So finance will have to consider the higher cost of production. At the same time, if you are being if you have the objective of being sustainable, that means you're going to have right decisions made in terms of your stakeholders. So if there's a fair trade policy towards your suppliers, that's obviously going to reduce profitability, and that is something that finance will take note of. And lastly, HR. HR will then start bringing in those workers who think about being green, who can bring in those changes. And because of that, and we've seen actually that now businesses have a whole segment, a whole department, which is called ESG, environmental and social governance. And each year, more and more people are specializing in this field, and businesses are hiring more and more workers so that become more in line with their sustainability goals. So these guys are there to help companies first identify the processes and actions that they've taken that are not good for the society, and then trying to reverse the effect and bring in new changes, new policies, so that you can actually be more sustainable. Now, of course, when businesses make these decisions, they look at it from an internal perspective, but all of these also mean something for the stakeholders as well. And we know business deals with many stakeholders. And I think the most the happiest of all the stakeholders when a business becomes more sustainable would surely be the community around you, right? It's good for the environment. They'll provide a positive image in the media that, look, this is a good business. They don't cause too much pollution. You have support from the people around you. And that's something that you always desire as a business. For consumers, again, we as consumers are also more aware. We see the impact that unsustainable production methods have, and we would all like the world to be a better, less polluted place. So consumers are going to welcome this change, and this may lead to businesses being able to charge a higher price for it. Of course, this is still a niche, so you can always charge a higher price for your niche product. And of course, you're spending a lot of money on it, as well as we discussed under the finance part of business impact. For governments, of course, they will always encourage businesses to help them keep the country clean, keep the sustainability process going. So governments, for them, it's a reduction on their input into protecting the environment. Plus, they're able to save this for the future generations. And of course, that's something that everybody likes. For your investors, of course, investors are also more sustainable, will have sustainability objectives. In fact, globally in private funds, there are people can invest in specialist funds which are designed to invest only in those companies that have sustainability as an objective. So financially, for investors, there are special avenues who are interested in being sustainable investors. So we can see that the impact is far and wide in terms of stakeholders. Internally, every department is impacted, but I think we can all agree that for a safer, brighter future, the businesses and us as well as consumers, we need to be more aware of the impact, the negative impacts we have on the environment, on the society. And if we can reverse that, and how businesses are doing that they're bringing major changes in their production process, especially to make sure that they leave a better world for our future.